Fox 11 is on special assignment tonight, investigating a different change that is being pushed through Congress. The cost-saving idea has to do with the way the Postal Office delivers mail to millions of homes. But saving you money could have you going for a walk to get your mail. Here's Mark Leland.
One thing residents like David Massey count on is the mail.
I get about 4 to 5 pieces every day, sometimes a little more.
Massey gets the mail through a slot on his house. All of his neighbors get door-to-door delivery too. For others, postal carriers drop those letters and magazines off at a mailbox at the end of the driveway. And more post office officials and now members of Congress are pushing for cluster boxes, centralized locations for multiple mailboxes. The idea of cluster boxes is nothing new. They've been around since the 1980s. Acting Green Bay Postmaster Jan Witkoff says cluster boxes is a better way of doing business.
If you add up all that time for a carrier to deliver to 16 or 18 customers versus standing in front of one unit, it's much more efficient to deliver to a cluster box.
So it's saving them a lot of time.
Saving them time, saving us money.
The Postal Service estimates if door-to-door delivery were eliminated, it could save at minimum $4 billion a year. But change doesn't come easily.
I don't think it's a good idea. The reason being is there's a lot of old people that would have a difficulty getting there to pick up their mail.
70-year-old Massey of Green Bay is among the 28% of Americans still afforded the luxury of door-to-door delivery. At his age, changing now would be an inconvenience, even a hardship, especially when winter weather sets in.
I think this is better for a majority of people. And I know they're thinking of trying to cut back on cost, but this is something people depend on.
We uncovered Postal Service figures that show delivering mail to the door costs on average $353 a year per customer. Mail delivered to a curbside mailbox runs $224 a year, while cluster mailbox delivery drops to $160 a year. So while the post office, funded in part by your taxpayer dollars, spends $353 a year to deliver mail to Massey, it spends less than half of that to deliver mail to Carmen Carter in De Pere. Her mail is delivered to a neighborhood cluster box 2 doors down and across the street.
You get your mail at the cluster box?
Yes.
Do you like that?
No. It'd be nice to have it right to my door, right to my front door.
Yeah.
But Carter, who has always had her mail delivered to a cluster box, supports more uniform delivery for all.
Would you like to see it mandated where everyone's doing this? Or?
That would be nice. I mean, if it truly saves them some money and it's more efficient for the post office, yeah, I'd be for that.
In fact, door-to-door delivery is no longer an option for new homes or businesses. It was phased out 30 years ago. Curbside mailboxes are still an option, but the post office favors cluster boxes. Newer communities like this one in Howard are encouraged to install cluster boxes. The builder incorporated the cluster boxes into the landscape here at the end of the street. But forcing the older homes with door-to-door delivery to change with the times isn't something the post office is willing to push on its own.
Is mandating a change something that Congress could or would do, or?
Possibly. You know, we'll follow whatever law they enact.
The Postmaster General is once again asking Congress to end Saturday mail delivery to save $2 billion a year. But after losing $16 billion last year, additional cost-saving options like cluster boxes need to be considered. A House bill introduced earlier this year calls for phasing out door delivery in favor of cluster boxes. Wisconsin Congressman Tom Petri said in a statement to Fox 11, "The way the Postal Service operates now clearly isn't working." He added, door delivery is one area that House leaders have identified as a possibility for cost reductions.
But if they were to come to you and say, David, instead of delivering to your door now, we're going to deliver down the street, you're going to have to go get it.
I would be upset, quite upset. I guess I have to call the top man. Who is he?
The proposal in Congress would allow those with health or other concerns to pay the difference to continue to get their mail delivered right to their door. It also recognizes that in some neighborhoods, cluster boxes just won't work. And then there's the issue of who gets stuck with this cluster box in their yard and where should it be placed? These are questions that still need to be worked out. Right now, the congressional bill awaits full approval from the House.
On special assignment, Mark Leland, Fox 11 News.
And changing the mode of mail delivery isn't the only cost-saving measure that's under consideration in this House bill. You can check it out and view the entire bill for yourself by going to a link on our website at fox11online.com.